Hello, 0666 here, and I am going to be doing something different in this video, using Final Fantasy VII. This is not a Let's Play by any means, so that is what you are here for, then you're in the wrong place. That will probably come later. I'm sure all the Final Fantasies will be done. This is primarily an RPG channel, but for today, I am going to be doing an introduction breakdown to illustrate a point about tutorials. I feel like that today video game developers insult our intelligence as gamers when it comes to tutorials. If you saw my World of Final Fantasy Let's Play, you may have wondered why I got so fucking pissed off at it. Well, because back in my day, developers relied on gamer intelligence to figure shit out, and that's how it should be done. I picked Final Fantasy VII because it has a great introduction and it explains its mechanics to you without dumbing it down. I'll start off now by saying I am not a Final Fantasy VII fanboy. I do love the game, but I don't suck its dick like most fans. It's a great game, but I think there were way more superior RPGs like Xenogears and Suikoden 2, so I don't have the blinders when it comes to Final Fantasy VII. But this video is not meant for me to shit on it or bash it. In fact, I'm actually praising it because I think its intro is done very well. So let's get into it. The opening FMV is going to be kind of loud, so I'm not going to talk during that scene. There's not much I can do for the sound on that right now. Also, this is the PC PS4 port version of the game, so ignore all that, like pretend we're in the 90s. That didn't happen. Alright, the FMV will start, and I'm going to shut up and enjoy this nice little taste of nostalgia for those Final Fantasy VII fans out there. Spoiler alert, she dies. Alright, the in-game volume should be lowered enough to where you can now hear me. God, I love that opening. It's like so calm, peaceful, pretty flower girl, then fucking train and bullshit and everything else. Alright, I'm just gonna mess with this config, because this game is pretty loud. We're actually gonna go like to 5, because for this video you guys just need to hear me. Alright, so to illustrate some points here, if this were a fucking modern day RPG, right here at this part in the game is where the stupid little fucking thing would pop up and be like, use the left analog stick to move. Yeah, like, because we don't know how to fucking do that, right? But so basically, but back then, you know, they didn't insult your intelligence. They wanted you to figure it out for yourself. Like, look, I'm moving and I didn't need anything to tell me how. Of course, if you didn't know how to move, you could just figure it out. I mean, controllers, alright, for this game, I'll go ahead and just say that it was a first for a lot of fucking people. Like, their first Final Fantasy, their first RPG, their first game on the original PlayStation 1. And the controller for the PlayStation, it was kind of different. I mean, square, triangle, circle, X, as opposed to A and B and or ABC or ABXY like we were all used to. So you would think that a game that is built on a lot of firsts, you would think that it would fucking have, you know, a more in-depth tutorial. But nope, even with that knowledge, they still were like, figure it out for your damn self. Which I personally like. Now, of course, this version streamlines a lot of the controls for me, so I can just run by the left analog stick. So naturally, if I didn't know what to do, I'd be like, okay, let's go forward, because that's what they told me what to do. And then I got these two guys coming at me, and it's like, oh, fuck, what is all this? Oh, shit, I'm in a battle. Now, how do I fight? Is something going to pop up and teach me? Nope, you have to figure that out for yourself. But luckily, when you were in the opening menu or whatever, maybe if I hit the button on the word that says attack, I'll do something. Let's use my mind brain and figure out. And I did. He attacked. Awesome. But the cool thing about this fight and why it's a great opening fight is it gives you two soldiers, as you also had two options, attack and magic. So now I can explore that and just shoot him with a fucking lightning bolt. And then it's like, yay, wow, I won. That was cool. So that's kind of a taste of how combat works. And then right here with this screen, this experience screen, even if you didn't grow up playing RPGs like I did, and this was your first RPG, you still don't need a fucking explanation about what fucking experience points are. Like, it's fucking stupid to fucking give you that fucking goddamn fucking explanation. There's no fucking point in it. It's like, I can look, I can see, I can read. It's like, okay, level 6, I got experience. So I press that button, whoa, leveled up. Like, right there. I mean, they instantly put that bar so that you could gain a level in the first battle, so that you can figure out with your mind brain, that word's going to be said a lot, so keep that in mind, that that experience points levels you up, and the higher level you get, the stronger you get. And the other screen was just money, but whatever, I don't need to break down every little thing. I'm just kind of illustrating that this game's opening teaches you how to play it, and teaches you how to play it very well without taking you out of the action. And that is something I miss, because, yeah, like, game developers, get with the fucking program. We're not fucking dumbasses. Most of us have been playing games since the goddamn day we were born. So now I get to name the character, and this is something that voice acting, due to technology and voice acting being thrown into games, I kind of miss being able to name characters stupid things. So I was probably like maybe 12, 13, 14 when this game came out, so we're going to pretend that I'm an immature dipshit as opposed to a 31-year-old man. Instead of a 31-year-old man, I cannot talk today. Anyway, so 14-year-old me is going to be like, let's name him Fuckface, cause why not? Haha, I'm funny. So that is what we are going to do, if I can learn how my alphabet works. Alright. So boom, his name is now Fuckface. So there we go. He's like, Fuckface. Alright, now I have the main character. And of course this part teaches you that, yeah, it's a story driven game, and here's, you know, story parts or whatever. But it didn't pause the action, it didn't stop. I already fought a battle like not even 5 minutes into the game. I already got to experience the combat system. I think World of Final Fantasy, it was like 10-20 minutes before I got to fucking fight something, and even then it was stupid. And now we get to name this guy, who doesn't trust me, Barrett. We are gonna call him Bitch Tits, because Barrett has bitch tits. So, and again, that when we played this game, we were all young, we were all mature, and we all fucking did it. It's not like our goddamn parents watched us play these games. They didn't fucking know or care. They just bought the games and kept us happy. See, and then right here, your first actual direction from the game. Just press the circle button, or press the directional buttons while pressing circle to run. Boom, got it, bam. information is given, and we're done. Of course, on this one, I don't have to do that because they streamline a lot of the controls for you. This PC port is actually pretty cool, especially for those of you who have played the game like 1,000 fucking times. And now I'm getting introduced to the random battle concept here, which also, if you're new to RPGs, you might be new. But it's cool because I have a spell I didn't get to use in the last battle, so now I can like check out ice and be like, ah, okay, so that's what ice does, cool. Again, the game allows me to use my brain to figure out things, and that is something I'm fucking missing. I mean, that alone is why games like Dark Souls are so fucking popular, because they just give you a brief fucking tutorial, and that's all you get. Like, it really doesn't give you much of a tutorial at all. You just walk over a blood stain, and it's like, use the left analog stick to move, use these buttons to attack, and then boom, fuck you, you're ready to go. And then, you know, even after getting in the action a little bit, they still had time to throw in their story. Like, this is such a great opening for an RPG, because you got to experience the gameplay before you got to experience the story. And that is what I feel is missing, because I feel like they just want to, everything's all about story, have a cool story. I mean, I get that RPGs are basically interactive books, but at the same time, it's still a video game. You still need to let me play it, let me explore this world you created, let me figure shit out on my own. But no, they don't ever fucking do that. There's a lot of concepts this game throws at you. So it's like you get action, you get story, and you get it all in one, and it never once pauses it. Then he's talking about, you know, story, oh, they're killing the planet with these reactors, and fuckface is like, I don't fucking care, it's like, the planet's dying. He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna finish this job before it gets harder. That bitch tit's gonna jack his dick, and then he's gonna go right inside me. Yep, that just happened. Alright, so moving onwards. So now I can just follow that guy, which is cool, and more fighting will happen. They actually throw a lot of different enemy types at you too. I forgot how many of them they actually throw at you. But what's cool right here is, you know, having these battles thrown at me, I now get to see what it's like to fight with a partner, because that's essentially what you do a lot in this game. Now, the cool thing with this PC port, though, is it does have little cheats you can do. Like, you can speed up the gameplay. You can also turn off random battles. And you can also heal yourself and instantly go into the limit break. But I'm not going to really be using those a lot, just because I feel like it might be detrimental to the point I'm trying to make. I might turn off random battles at a certain point. I just want to do one more concept that these random battles throw at you first. And then once I explain that, I will probably turn them off just so I can get through this faster. In fact, Cloud did take some damage. We're just going to go ahead and take care of that. Anyways, and then boom, this part of the tutorial, press X, part of a ladder to grab onto it. It's quick, it's easy, and it's efficient. It like shows me that, okay, there's parts of the world that I'll be able to interact with. And I can press X by getting on the ladder. Alright, cool, thank you. It didn't ever once stop or pause the action. And then another concept right here, items are just going to be apparently laying on the ground, so I can grab it. It's like, oh cool, I got a potion. Alright, awesome. It's that easy. Why do game developers fuck this shit up? Like, this game came out in 1997. For many people consider it the perfect RPG, and in many ways it is. I mean, yes, there are RPGs that I think are better. Alright, so now I come down this ladder and I look and I see this fucking, I always thought it looked like a question mark floaty thingy. I never realized what it actually is supposed to be. So gut instinct is to check that out. What is this? And it's like, save point. Access the menu and select save to save your game. Now, of course, throughout this game, every save point you hit, they're gonna give you that little tidbit. Honestly, I do think it's a little much, but it is kind of good because you know you're in the right place where if you wanted to save, you can, because normally that is blacked out. So that teaches you about saving right then and there. More fighting, woohoo! Let's see if I can get the limit break going. Go ahead, hurt me, do it. If the limit break doesn't go, I'm sure the boss will give it to me. So, and then after I explain like the limit break thing, not explaining limit breaks in the game, but explaining just how the game teaches it to you. Because again, it does it without having to fucking tell you. It lets you use your mind brain power. It's like people just, I don't know if they just don't like to think. I don't know if they were like, technology got better, we can do in-game tutorials. Used to be like that games would come with a fucking instruction booklet and you were expected to read it. I kind of missed that, but they don't do those anymore. So we'll go all the way down here. And then some more materia. Woohoo! And then some more story stuff. And we're gonna blow up this place. Woohoo! Set the bomb. And then we get some more anonymous stuff. You're like, who the fuck is that talking to fuckface? We don't know. We don't know yet. I mean, I do know because I've beaten this game, but we don't know. And then, I mean, this part is real cool because all of a sudden you hear that alarm go off and you're like, what the fuck? And then it's like, here it comes. And you're like, what? And boom, boss fight right here. Not even that long into the game and boss fight. Like, I did like, what, an hour's worth of gameplay of World of Final Fantasy and I still didn't fucking fight a boss? Like, it's fucking bullshit. It's like the games are made by the same company, practically the same team. And on one hand, you fucking have to hold my goddamn hand for every little bit. And now this is where the new concept, limit break. I'm like, wow, this is new. What does that do? So, I mean, it instantly just flashes, and then I can select it, and then it's like, whoa, that's like a really cool attack. Alright. And then, boom. That was the other concept I wanted to show you. Like, I figured out that I can do the limit break, again, by the game just letting me do it. I mean, if you want to have your tutorial, fine, but give me the option to go to it. And that's what I love most about Final Fantasy VII's opening, is it doesn't like shove it in my face, it gives me the option to do it. Ah, god damn it. Now this part teaches me strategy, which I already fucked up because you're not supposed to attack it when its tail is up, but Barrett is already queued to do his fucking his limit break, so he's gonna fucking counterattack and fuck our shit up, but whatever. It's kind of cool because it teaches you, you know, strategy and that different bosses are gonna be doing different shit. So that really fucked up Barrett's world. That's okay, if nothing else, I will use the limit break cheat to get out of this battle. I really don't care at this point. God damn it. I need to stop attacking it. Whatever, it's fine. We are not gonna die. Then again, maybe you do attack it, and that way you can just keep fighting it with your limit breaks on. So then he's gonna have that go down. He should be close to dead. And cast another bolt. Boom. And then, so first boss fight already, you learn limit breaks, you learn strategy, you're learning tactics, you're learning how to implement what you learned before, and I have yet to see a giant ass tutorial come up on my screen, like come up on my face, like, hey, do this, I am out of potions, it's fine. Everything's fine, we will live, he will die, it is close to impossible to lose this fight. Even though things are looking pretty grim for fuckface over there. And we win! Woohoo! Alright, so for purposes of trying... Well, hold on. This part's cool because it's like, boom! Countdown, 10 minutes! And you will even fight during the countdown, but for purposes of this video, I am going to go ahead and use the tools available to me and just turn off random battles, so that way we can try and make this as short as possible. There was enough battles for me to explain what I needed, which is really cool that the PC port allows you to do that. So, especially for this segment, because this segment got very stressful when you had to fight while being timed. But whatever, I'm not doing a let's play, I'm not like showing, oh, check out my awesome RPG skills, whatever. I've fucking played and beaten this game enough to where I can justify using some slight cheats just to make this video a bit more shorter. Because I mean, this tutorial is already long enough as it is. But at least it's an interesting tutorial. Like, all those concepts just instantly thrown at me. It let me use my intelligence to figure shit out. That Mindbrain, keyword. And it's awesome. And as I said in the intro, I'll gladly do a let's play of all the Final Fantasies. Just got some other stuff that I want to do right now. So then here I'll learn to talk to Jessie, and she will open up the codes, and then, so it's like, okay, well, let's talk to Jessie again. And then she's like, alright, be careful. And I was like, what the fuck? I need you to open the door. Okay, maybe this guy will open it. And he does. So again, another concept that didn't need to be fucking explained to me. Talk to people. That's RPG 101. Then we get this badass explosion. Jessie fucking fell on her face again. And I'm sure that's going to be on the news. Alright. So you see, we got thrown into that little scene right there. It's very, you know, action-packed. And now the game kind of gives you a little bit of your calm, but not so much, because another explosion. 2 explosions back to back. That's awesome. And then there's some humor there, because he lit his ass on fucking fire. Good job. And it's also cool because you don't know exactly where to go yet. You're still learning the world, which is cool. Why they have like this team of people, they can scatter out and then they can go and they can fucking run. And then you just kind of know, okay, well, that's the way I need to go. Follow the people is pretty much all you have to do. And look, it's the girl from the opening movie who ends up dying, so don't get too fucking attached to her. I don't know why. I'm just so used to fucking buying the goddamn flower, because I always do it. Should have just told her no. Fuck your flowers. Fuck your flowers and fuck you. You die. She gets gutted like a fish. It's kind of awesome. Most people thought it was sad. I laughed because I'm a horrible person. And she's pretty useless in battle. She's just a fucking healer. Potions can do her job. Alright, I'm about to get attacked by a lot of soldiers. Normally I'd fight them, but this time I'm just going to choose later. And then Cloud will run from them. But it's good to fight them because you get a lot of experience and they're fucking easy. But you still end up with the same goddamn results. And they think they got him cornered, but nope. He doesn't have time. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I kind of have to be silent on the FMVs because there's just no way for me to turn down their volume. So that's why I just randomly stop talking. There are more things that I would like to show you. So bear with me, people. So they're all wondering where Fuckface is and la 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 la. And Bitch Tits is all mad because that's pretty much what he does throughout this entire fucking game is he's just angry. Anyways. But yeah, like all that action, like in that one little segment, I did way much cooler shit than like 3 fucking videos of World of Final Fantasy. Like freaking shot lightning at a guy, split a guy with my sword, did ice bolt, fought a giant like scorpion tank thing, and all in the matter of like from pressing new game and boom, thrown into the action. That to me is like a great introduction and a great way to pull me in. It's like I get that you have a story that you want to tell. I mean, like I said before, RPGs are interactive books. Like I get that. Well, I guess nowadays they're more like an interactive movie with technology and everything. And that's cool. I'm more than willing to listen to your story, but at the same time, please allow me to play the game first. Like, I don't really care about these characters until I see what they can fucking do. Alright, so right here on the train, this is where I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to play a little bit more till I get to the part where I want to show you what I want to show you. So for you guys, you shouldn't notice nothing, because I'll fix that in editing or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then I will be back when I get right to the next part that I would like to explain. Alrighty, and I am back. Alright, so basically a bunch of story stuff, but right about here is a point that I wanted to make, because this is where the game actually does its first actual tutorial, and it's optional. Bitch Tits doesn't know how to use materia, and so he asks his Fuckface to help him, and so then Fuckface can be like, okay, I'll explain it, or you wouldn't understand. If you play this game like 1,000 fucking times, you don't need to see this, but for the purpose of this video, I will show it to you, where, I mean, it goes by fairly quick. So basically, it takes you into the in-game menu, which is awesome, and then Fuckface is explaining it to Bitch Tits. I also named Tifa Baby Shug, cause why not? Anyways, so he basically is telling Barrett how to use everything, and it's kind of awesome because it's like you're already familiar with this menu somewhat, so it's a great way, and then it just shows you how to do it, but it doesn't like, it still technically is not stopping the action. Like, I am still engaged in the game, and because if you saw the Advent Children movie or whatever, you know that materia does actually exist in the Final Fantasy VII world. It's not just like a gameplay element or just a reason for you to cast spells, summon, or whatever. But they gave you this in-game tutorial as essentially your first real tutorial the game gives you, because the materia system in this game is pretty much fucking everything. Like how you cast your spells, summon, yeah, it's everything. Build your characters. Your materia setup is what makes or break a character in this game. So they wanted to make sure that you knew what you were doing. Like, it tells you about the double-edged sword effect, that like, yeah, magic materia will decrease your strength, but your magic will go up, and all that cool stuff. And you can, and you're still technically in the game's world, even though, yeah, it's a menu, but it is still essentially a dude explaining to another dude like how to use these magical balls that they put on their weapons or whatever. Little orb thingies, whatever. Condensed Mako energy, I guess, if we want to be fucking technical. But this is really the game's main real tutorial, and it's still optional. Like, you don't even have to fucking do it if you don't want to. Regardless if it's your first time playing the game or your second, third, or 1,000th, it doesn't matter. If you want to skip this scene, you don't have to. But if you decide to if you hadn't played the game in like 20 years and you're a little fuzzy on it, it's there for you. It doesn't force it upon you. It doesn't shove it down your fucking throat. And that is the whole point of this fucking video. And I wish my channel was big enough where some fucking game developer can see this shit, because it's like in 1997, you fucking had it right. You had it fucking perfect. And here we fucking are in 2017 and you fuck shit up. It's like, I didn't even want to fucking do World of fucking Final Fantasy because the fucking tutorials sucked. There's nothing in that introduction that engaged me in the game long enough. I wasn't engaged in the action. I wasn't engaged in the characters. It was just fucking. It was fucking garbage. I mean, I just don't understand how it's like a company can like craft a masterpiece such as Final Fantasy VII, and then fucking fuck it all up years down the line. What happened here? Anyways, one last quick thing that I want to show you, because we are on the subject of tutorials, and this little tidbit is actually in every single fucking Final Fantasy game, or most of the early ones. It is the Beginner's Hall. So you can actually come in here, and like you'll talk to them, and then little kid beating the girl, and fuckface is like, hang in there, your limit gauge is starting to fill. Which is basically, now the game is in depth teaching me about the limit gauge, whereas before I was in the boss battle when I figured it out. Sometimes you'll be in a random battle. But now the game tells me that when my characters take damage, the limit bar goes up. And then you can dish out a cool attack. The cool thing is too, is if I talk to this dude right here, and of course he tells you, yeah, it's the Beginner's Hall. And then fuckface is like, I used to be a soldier, I know what I'm doing. So right here is now where the game gives you its full-on official tutorial. And it's optional. And what's really cool, of course, one thing I always thought that was really cool was how they made it to where the main character gave you the tutorial. Like, the main character did it. Like, he's not a dumbass. Well, I mean, he kind of is in other ways, but as far as combat goes, he is not a dumbass. I saw ooh shiny moment. And then this right here, like, to officially teach you how to pick up the items. And then it's like, alright, you got that, now open up this. So that teaches me what treasure chests are going to look like, and to be on the alert for them. Just boom, right then and there. I didn't need a fucking word screen to come up, stop the action, and tell me all this fucking bullshit. I didn't need any of that. I didn't need it. It was just right there, and it's awesome. And it's like, I fucking love this game. In fact, doing this video is really making me want to play it some more. But I got other things to play and other things to do. Anyways, that's essentially where I'm going to end this video today, and I want to hear from you guys. Alright, I want to know what you think. Do you think that video game developers are basically dumbing down gamers, are insulting our intelligence by all these shitty ass in-game tutorials that they just keep fucking doing? Or do you actually find them helpful? I mean, I get that there is something, you know, make your video game as if it was someone's first time ever playing a video game, or try and make it more accessible, but the way I see it, like fucking playing Mario and Zelda and even fucking Dragon Warrior, Shining Force 2, War Song, whatever, like fucking, they just fucking threw you in there. And like a lot of those games where I mentioned were pretty tactically heavy for their times, so it's like they just fucking threw you in there. I mean, do you think it's better for you to figure it out on your own, or do you like in-game tutorials? I guess is what I'm asking. Just let me know your thoughts on the subject in the comments below. As always, while you're commenting that, feel free to give a like and a subscribe. They help out so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, definitely comment. I really want to hear your thoughts on the subject, and maybe we could finally get it through video game developers' thick fucking heads that we're not a bunch of fucking dumbasses, that we have fucking mind brain power, and that we don't need them to fucking hold our hand or fucking treat us like a goddamn fucking baby or whatever. Anyways, that's my take. Hope you guys enjoyed this. 0666 signing off.